Hi there, my name is Ivan Obadovsky. I'm a senior materials engineering student at University of British Columbia, and this is my submission to the video scholarship for CH2M Hill Global Engineering in partnership with Engineering Without Borders. Now, what is my idea? I've had this idea brewing for a couple years in my head. It's called LESI. I'm very excited to share it with you. I think it could drive a lot of positive change. So basically what that stands for is Lifetime Energy Consumption Information. What it would be is a quick reference, nice and simple, on any mass-produced product that would give the consumer an idea of the end-to-end life cycle energy usage of the product, from the manufacturing to the final recycling, if possible. It would have 4 quantities: the raw energy usage during manufacturing, the in-product usage during the lifetime of the product, energy usage, and finally the recycling energy usage. As well, we would include the primary energy source during manufacturing, so let's say hydro, natural gas, coal, anything like that. So here's a sample product label. What we have here is, again, those 4 quantities displayed. Let's say you are buying this motorized bicycle. It would give you an idea of how much energy goes into the manufacturing, the use during the product life cycle, and the recycling, as well as the primary energy source. Now, what I'd like to stress is, for example, the units there are in power, not actually in energy. That's not important. What's important is building the relative library that gives the consumer an idea of how relatively efficient this product is with energy use. And the benefit of using energy is that it doesn't have bias to, say, local material cost, or let's say escalating oil prices. What it will have is just raw energy usage. How efficient is this product? Is it manufactured efficiently? Does the product actually perform efficiently just on a raw energy scale? I think this could be very powerful, and it dissolves some of the issues with biased skewing of certain numbers in the product advertisement. Now, why is this important? I think this is important because we have a changing world. The world is very different than it was 30 years ago. We live now in the information age, and I think the average consumer wants to be a more informed consumer, and I think this trend is changing positively, that more people want to be more informed about their purchases. I know I can't make any purchase without doing background research on it and trying to get the best value for my dollar, and one that impacts me positively the most, as well as my community and possibly the people around me. So what does this lead to? It leads to an accountable consumer. People say ignorance is bliss. Well, without ignorance, you can't have the bliss, right? So you are more likely to make a better, positive decision that will not negatively affect you or others around you, or not as negatively as if you were to buy a similar product. So what that accountability actually cascades over to the manufacturer. If you have an informed consumer who will not buy a product that is inefficient because their core values are sustainable energy and products that are developed efficiently without damaging local ecosystems, what you happen is manufacturers now need to hold that accountability as well, and they have more incentive to optimize their processes, be innovative about manufacturing, make the capital investment to make their processes more efficient. And that cascades over, of course, to the environmental impact and both the impact on society. So competition breeds advancement, and this advancement will positively affect humankind and help us move forward. Now, let's go over the advantages and challenges with my idea. So the advantages is we have a more informed consumer who is better equipped to make a positive impact based on their product choice and decisions in their purchases. As well, what we have is competition between the manufacturers, and so what we'll have is the survival of the fittest. The most efficient, innovative processes that are the most positive in their recycling of energy will generate the most sales, hopefully, based on this general trend in changing consumer values. And so this gives possibly the government incentives as well to stir up this competition and reward efficient processes, possibly through mandated rebates for certain criteria. We already see this actually in local states and provinces, where efficient buildings are rewarded with rebates and such. Now, what are the possible challenges with this idea? Well, you would have, again, survival of the fittest. I don't necessarily see it as a negative, but you would have manufacturing that is not efficient, or maybe is living in the old age, is not innovative, just operates on raw profit. They will not survive very long, because those are not the values of the consumers anymore, and so they're less likely to help this manufacturer profit. As well as we will need to implement such an idea with caution, because it will actually not take over everywhere. And so we want to implement this idea where the core values such as this are shared by those communities, and then hopefully it will cascade over into resounding communities. So again, I would like to thank CH2M for giving me a chance to share my idea. I'm very passionate about this idea. I think it could have a lot of positive impact. Thank you again. If you'd like to discuss this idea with me, I'm available at i.obadovsky@alumni.ubc.ca. Thank you again, and good luck to all the other interns.